Does it look really bright or what? Wow. Is that me? Holy cow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know I'm a little early, and that is perfect because it gives me a moment or two just to set some stuff up. Wow, wow, wow. Yep, watch me. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome to my Sunday Live. Welcome to a conversation about what energy is, what energy healing is, and how it all works. I am so excited to be here, although I'm a little baffled with this whole light, bright thing, how it's all working. La 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 la. Okay. So this morning we are talking about energy healing, healing alchemy. We're talking about energy. We're talking about a number of different modalities. It can look like a lot of different things. And we're going to chat about some of those pieces, some of those conversations. Wow. I do get to edit it, don't I? I do. Good morning. Welcome to my Sunday morning live. My name is Bonnie Sachs, and I do these Sunday morning lives every week as an opportunity to have some conversation about different aspects of energy healing, different aspects of healing alchemy. And this morning, we're actually talking about what is healing, what is healing alchemy, and how can we use it in our lives? How can we use it to benefit ourselves, to benefit others, our family, our friends? And how much do we have to do? Do we have to have a whole lot of classes in order to be able to do this? Or is this something that comes to each and every one of us as we need it? Well, in fact, the case is that each and every one of us does have the ability to heal, the ability to ask for more information, for more healing, for help with each and everything that we are experiencing. And that makes it really awesome. So, healing is exactly that. It is something that we are doing where we are adding energy to our bodies. We are adding more light to our bodies. We are adding something. And in fact, in modern times, healing sometimes looks like we are taking medications, we are taking herbs, we are taking some kind of substance and applying it to our body and having it heal, transform what is going on in our own body. So energy healing is no different than that. We are taking energy and putting it into our body and healing what is there, transforming what is there. Often when I talk about healing, I am talking about it from the point of view of energy. And it can be anything from taking something like my water and blessing it and putting some more love and joy and high frequencies into it and then drinking it, to creating something with my hands. And I have the key codes, the soul information to be able to create constructs. Now, I certainly remember more than 6 years ago when I was just like, what? What are you talking about? I don't even understand what that is. And when you say you are moving your hands and creating a design, I have no idea what that means. I can't see it. I have no awareness of it. I don't believe it. I don't trust it. I get that because that is absolutely the case for me when I first started doing this. And as I have continued to take classes and continue to move the low frequencies, the doubt, the fear, the I don't know what you're talking about out, I have had more awareness. I can see more. You know, those psychics that can see your auras, those psychics that can see what's happening to you from an energetic standpoint. Each and every one of them can actually see, and so can all of us. It is not something that is just given to a few people. It is something that is given to each and every one of us. We all have the ability to see energy, to feel energy, and to feel the high frequencies as well as the low frequencies. We all have the ability to hear our higher selves, to connect with our knowingness. We do have that ability. David Sachs, I love that you bless your morning coffee. It's a great practice for sure. So we all also have the ability to have knowingness, to have a very clear idea of what we are doing next. Now, do we also have the ability to be completely confused, completely baffled, completely unconscious to what we're doing next? Yes, every single one of us has loads and loads and loads of that. Where did it come from? It came from incarnating on a planet that is filled with those low frequencies. Just imagine if you saw this as we lived on a planet that was filled with a mist, right? Like a fog. In fact, it is a fog. We are filled with it and we're just walking through it. If we're walking through it, we're going to have some of that mist, some of that fog land on us. That totally makes sense. It's a very practical example. It is absolutely true that that happens for each and every one of us. We are living on a planet where there is a lot of unconsciousness. There is a lot of doubt and fear and anger and pain. And in fact, when we walk through the grocery store, when we walk through a big box store, when we walk through any public place, if we're paying attention, we can actually see how that happens. We can feel what we're picking up. And we can have an awareness about the thoughts we think. So we just had a hurricane come through Florida, probably about 2 weeks ago. And it was an awesome opportunity for us to see how that happens, where we're all perfectly fine. We're living our lives. Everything is going along. You know, we're having our normal lives, issues, concerns, worries, happinesses, joys. And then suddenly we hear that there is a storm coming. And we start going into various scenarios. If you live in Florida and you've been through a hurricane before, you're probably going back in your history and pulling out the information and using that as a guide for what you're going to do. You're going to go to the store and get more water. You're going to make sure that your generator works. You're going to do whatever it is that is on your list of things to do to prepare. Now, many of those things are very prudent, practical things to do. There's a storm coming. Let's make sure that we are prepared. Some of those things are based in fear, based in worry or concern, or something has happened before and I don't want it to happen again. Those are examples of us living on a planet where there's a lot of fear and pain and anger, and we experience each and every one of those things. Now, if you were to go to see somebody who did energy healing, what they might do is start working on those pictures that you have of what's happened before. What we all want to do is actually operate from a place of right here and right now. Right here and right now. What is my information right now? And what am I supposed to be doing next? So in the case of a storm coming, we would check in with our own selves. We would check in with our own higher self and go, okay, am I in danger? Do I need to leave? And get an answer. Do I need to go to the store and buy whatever our list is and get an answer? What am I doing next? Is there something more for me to do? And each time we get an answer, we act on that answer. I'm going to the store. I'm packing stuff up because I'm going to be leaving. And it is different for each and every person. My next door neighbor might be hunkering down because they got the information that they were staying put, while I'm over making plans for my family, my animals, because I get the information it is time to leave. Now, is my neighbor wrong? Absolutely not. Each and every one of us wants to do what the information is that we have gotten, and to stay out of the judgment or the fear that I'm doing it wrong, that they're doing it wrong, right? That's part of the healing. So if you found yourself running around like a chicken with your head cut off, oh my God, I don't know what to do. What am I doing? What am I doing next? Am I supposed to do this? Am I supposed to do that? You might want to stop and take a moment to do some healing. Now, for some of us, that might look like you are going to talk to somebody else. Others of us might say, wait a minute, I just need a few minutes right here with myself, and I need to be in a space of healing myself. What does that look like? Well, you might just sit and take a few minutes to meditate. You might decide to ask for some gifts. You might say, wow, if I could just heal whatever this is in my throat, I would not be speaking all of this. I don't know what to do. I'm not sure what's next, right? Like sometimes we can feel that there is something in our throats, or there's something in our heads, in our brains, that we need to move, that we need to heal, that we need to take care of, so that we can then be in a space of what's next. So you can always, always, always put your hands out. Ask for a gift. If you have a knowingness about what gift you are receiving, or you trust your higher self to put that gift exactly where it needs to go, you're good. Well, I'd really like some more crystals, some more love to go right here in my throat. Or I'd really like to clear out whatever this pain is that's right here in my frontal lobe. Some of us get the pains right here in our temporal lobes. Like when you get a headache, right? You get a headache. Most of us have been conditioned to believe that we need to take something for it. It's kind of a cultural thing for all of us. We have this conditioning that says, oh, let me go. I have a pain here. Let me go take something for it. Is that wrong? Absolutely not. But you can also, if you were in a space of not being able to take something, that certainly happened, you can also go, oh, yo, source, God, higher self, anybody out there, please give me a gift. Give me some help right here. It's just like when you were a kid and you put your hands on your stomach and you're like, oh, my tummy hurts. You're busy giving yourself a healing. That's healing alchemy. Each and every one of us already does that. We already do a lot of healing for ourselves. It's part of who we are. It's part of how we were created. We have that ability. We've just forgotten. Isn't that kind of cool? I mean, I think it's really kind of cool that it's already there in us. We have just forgotten. This morning I was working on painting energetically my mom's room, and I was going around the room and I could picture her room, right, going around the room, and I was putting more high frequencies into the walls. It was like I was painting, and I was like, oh, I'm going to put some gold in there, some union, and I'm going to put some clarity in there because that's a really good thing. That's cerulean blue. And as I was going through and painting, I found that there were certain places where I stopped and I started thinking about what I was going to do later today, and my wardrobe, and oh yeah, that's right, there's that box of stuff I want to go through. And I stopped working on my mom's room. A while ago, I used to beat myself up over that. I used to be like, what in the world is that? Why in the world is that happening? Now I start to understand, oh, it's perfect. That's me having an awareness that I've gone unconscious, that I have hit an unconscious energy that redirected my thinking from painting the wall to anything else, right? That's what happens. You're busy doing something, you're busy working on something, and you suddenly start having another thought. You suddenly start thinking you're not doing it right. You suddenly go unconscious to what was I doing? Do you see how energy really exists? Do you see how the energetic part is there? And then what would happen for me is then all of a sudden I'd be like, wait, what was I doing? Wait, I was busy doing something. Oh, yeah, I was painting my mom's room. Let me go back to that. Now, I would ask, what was that made me forget? What was that made me go unconscious and start doing something else? Oh, look, there's energy right there. Now, for me, how it shows up is this big concrete block. That concrete block is there saying, hey, look at this. Here's some energy that we need to heal. How do you do that? Yeah, higher self. Let's move that block. Yo, God, help me move that block. Let's move more of that. Can you see how you can use energy? How energy shows up in your life? It's not just when you flip on a light or you charge your computer or your phone. It's not just when you plug something in. Energy is also everything we create with, everything we use to have thoughts. I was having the thought yesterday about how to explain energy. And what I saw was two people standing in a garage. And each of them has thoughts about how to create, how I saw it was how to create a cell phone. And they start chatting about, wouldn't it be really cool if there was a way that we could communicate back and forth with each other with something that is smaller than these big ass computers that we have? And they start communicating back and forth with different ideas and how it could happen, right? You can see how those conversations are energy, how those conversations have a lot of potential in them. There is a lot of energy, high frequencies in there. There's a lot of creativity in there, right? There's a lot of inspiration. There's a lot of magic that is floating in those ideas. It's like, oh, and then there's this, and then there's that. And oh, we could do this, and then we could do that. Can you see that? Can you see how a thought or a conversation can be energy? And if you can see how a thought can have energy, you can also see how the energy is for that. See, some people could say something like, I love you, and I love you be a big warm hug, and you can feel that love. You can feel all of that when somebody says, I love you. But each and every one of us has experienced a time when somebody has said, I love you, and it feels more like a slap. It feels more like a dagger being thrown. It feels more like, yeah, I don't think you're loving me very much. And if you are, please stop loving me that much. That can absolutely be the case. And what do we do with that? Wow, what a great question. What we can do with that is see it for how it is. Oh, that's a warm hug. Yeah, I love that. Yes, please, I will take some of that. Or see it as something that's maybe some fear or some anger or some pain. Say, wow, you are really hurting. You are really angry. You are really whatever it is you notice. I get that. And I'm going to wrap that in some love. And I'm just going to love on you because I understand you're angry. And I know that when I add more love to that anger dissipates. I know that fear that you have starts to shrink. I know that that's not the truth of you. And so I'm going to take that thing you said that felt really yucky and wrap it in some more high frequencies. And then I'm going to give it back to you and help you heal what is going on with you. Help you heal that anger. Help you heal that fear. I love this statement. What you bless, blesses you in return. What you bless, blesses you in return. Even if you don't see energy, even if you don't understand what healing is, even if you don't have a clue about what I'm talking about, you can understand that what you love loves you back. What you bless blesses you back. As you bless it and bless it and bless it, it has no other choice other than to bless you right back. It's a really cool universal law. What you bless blesses you back. And yes, that includes your coffee. It's a perfect example, and I so appreciate you giving me that. What you bless, bless your coffee. Bless your coffee, bless your coffee. What does your coffee do? Absolutely blesses you back. Then you consume that coffee and you get all those blessings right back. That is no different than anything else you bless. Sometimes it's a little challenging. Sometimes you're really going into on all kinds of, but I don't want to bless that. Yeah, even the decaf blesses you back. But sometimes we go into that, oh my gosh, but you don't understand. You don't know who they are. I used to do that all the time. Now I understand that as I bless them and bless them and bless them, there's nothing more for them to do but bless me back. That's how the world works. And so there is a big blessing coming in for each and every one of us now. Blessings, when you say the word blessing, it is gold sparks, silver sparks that come out of your mouth. That's just what happens. You bless it and you bless it and you bless it and you bless it. It's just gold sparks. And it reaches everything. And it doesn't just stop with who you're talking to right in front of you. Those gold sparks continue on. Yesterday, I was sitting outside and I was blessing the trees and I was watching the leaves of the trees pick up the blessings, the gold sparks, and pass them on and pass them on and pass them on. And so when you are blessing something, when you are gifting somebody with some high frequencies, it does not just stay like within 10 feet of you. It continues on and on and on. It continues traveling around the world. They say that about sound, don't they? The sounds that are made, that the sounds continue traveling on and on and on. It's absolutely true. Continue on and on and on and on. That's what happens. As you bless, everything blesses you back. Things are brighter. Things have more love. Things have more joy. Things have more clarity. Don't we all want more clarity? Continue to bless each and everything. Continue to bless yourself. What is energy healing? It's an opportunity to bless you. It's an opportunity for you to have more awareness of just how magical and beautiful and powerful you are. You've just forgotten. It's really a cool thing. Bless and bless and bless and bless and bless. So, how can you use energy healing? Do you have to go to a healer? You don't have to. You can. And I know some really incredible healers. But you can also bless yourself and bless everything that happens in your life. You have the ability to do that. You are your own healer. You were designed that way. You are so much more than you remember. I appreciate you joining me this morning for this live. I am just over the moon with the possibilities of everything that shows up. And I bless you, and I bless you, and I bless you. Have a great Sunday and have a great week. And we'll see you next time.